This $1 million jackpot provision is one of the most blatantly corrupt provisions for political self-dealing and plunder of public resources ever proposed in the United States Congress. And we're watching it happen in real time. You know, it was said that the Roman Senate was so corrupt, so drenched in bribery and private self-enrichment that the senators were actually as corrupt as Julius Caesar and as Caligula, the tyrannical maniac. I don't know if the Republicans in the Senate today are as corrupt as Donald Trump, but they're on the path, and they're right behind him. If this were to pass, this astounding provision would give 8 Republican senators a personal payday of at least $1 million each, paid for directly by the U.S. taxpayers at a time when we're throwing millions of people off of their health care. I want to associate myself with the eloquent remarks of Mr. Vindman, but I want to make one dissenting remark. Section 213 is actually about $1 million, not $500,000, and I'll tell you why. It's retroactive to 2022, which is extraordinary. It's an ex post facto civil law. It allows, quote, any United States senator, not any U.S. citizen, mind you, not even any lowly member of Congress, mind you, but any senator to receive $500,000 from the taxpayers if the Department of Justice subpoenas their phone bill without giving them notice, that's $500,000, and then an extra $500,000 if the Department of Justice seeks a lawful non-disclosure order from a federal judge. That's a cool $1 million they're handing to each of these senators. Case closed. It's over. They want this pirate's treasure simply for having their call records turned over by the phone company in response to a lawful grand jury subpoena. That happens tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of times a year. So are our MAGA colleagues dealing themselves $1 million payout, suddenly civil libertarians saying they want to change the law so grand jury subpoenas can't go out for any Americans unless they're notified first? No. It's not for all Americans. It's not even for the second-class citizens over in the House of Representatives, those present and those absent in the other room. It's not for any of us. It's for 100 Americans. They get special privileges under this criminal justice right. It's a right for those 100 people to say, if a grand jury subpoenas us in a lawful investigation, and if a judge orders non-disclosure, they get $1 million. Wow, that's incredible. Now, why are they doing it? Well, this multi-million-dollar self-care package is designed to soothe the feelings and feather the nests of senators who Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, and the other 77 people they pardoned yesterday, or maybe it was the day before yesterday, worked to enlist in their criminal efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election, which I don't need to tell you, Joe Biden won by more than 7 million votes, 306 to 232 in the Electoral College, as determined not just by the House and the Senate, but also by 60 federal and state courts that rejected every fraudulent claim of electoral corruption and fraud. Well, following this evidence, including many calls made by Giuliani and the president to U.S. senators who were on the floor on January 6th, they said, well, the grand jury looked and saw the evidence. The president was in touch with all these senators. They wanted the pen register for them. It's not a phone tap, which is what they're lying about over there. No contents of the call were revealed, but it was a record of the calls. It's like your phone bill. And the grand juries do this all the time. But now they're saying that really hurt their feelings. They don't think U.S. senators uniquely should be subject to such treatment. They want $1 million payout because of that now. It's extraordinary. Now, I doubt it even is consistent with equal protection. I think it violates equal protection. It does not pass the lowest level of equal protection scrutiny, which is rational basis. On what rational basis could we say that the grand jury and a federal judge could send out precisely these orders for the pen register to all Americans, members of the House, members of state legislatures, governors, mayors, but not the U.S. Senate? Come on. I mean, is this the Hunger Games? Is this the Roman Senate? I can't believe it. We are the people's house, Madam Chair. I know you agree with me about that. We're the people's house. So they want to treat us like the House of Commons, and they're the House of Lords. And they're going to deal themselves all kinds of special entitlements and privileges. Well, let's be the Rules Committee. I once served on this great committee. Be the Rules Committee, not the Fools Committee. Don't roll over and play dead when the Senate decides that they want to deal themselves with this stuff. That provision is an insult to the House, it's an insult to the taxpayers, and it's an insult to the U.S. Constitution and the people of the United States. This must be deleted. Regardless of how you feel about everything else, this provision must be deleted. And I yield back.